concept that we often hear about is conscious uncoupling. What does that really mean? It really means alternative dispute resolution. How do we resolve the conflict of the divorce process outside of the court system? And there are so many different ways to do it. One way that's becoming very popular is the collaborative divorce process, and you do it in a private setting. The downside of collaborative sometimes is that if you don't resolve the case, you then have to go get another attorney. So with collaborative, you run the risk that you might have two attorneys. A lot of people appreciate the concept of collaborative because really it is conscious uncoupling. We also hear about mediation and arbitration.
Mediation is a great tool that's used in divorce, and in fact, in a lot of counties, you're ordered to go to mediation at least one time. With mediation, a lot of people are anxious about going, they're anxious about the process, it's an unknown, and if you can prepare yourself in advance, you can kind of peel back some of the unknowns. I tell a lot of my clients not to feel intimidated. They're hiring a mediator to try to get them together on an issue. You certainly don't have to be in the same room as the other party. The mediation process is completely voluntary.
One thing that we know from research is that parties who reach their own agreements through the ADR process keep their agreements. You don't want a judge to tell you in 10 or 15 minutes what's going to happen with your life. You want to be able to decide through the ADR process what's going to happen. If collaborative doesn't work for you, or pre-litigation mediation doesn't work for you, or mediation doesn't work for you, you can always pick arbitration.
Exactly, and arbitration's a great tool. Essentially, you're selecting a third party to be your judge. The process is far less formal and far less expensive than going through trial, which can be very, very costly.
The arbitrator generally is an attorney who has at least 5 years of experience and is in good standing, and they really step into the shoes of your judge.
And remember, 2% of cases go to trial, so all of these steps in the process are great steps and great tools to get your case resolved. You do want to resolve it on your own terms.
Trial is very expensive, so you should always consider alternative dispute resolution, whether it's through a collaborative process, mediation, or arbitration. You always want to make sure that you're doing it yourself to make sure that you're doing conscious uncoupling.